Good morning, guys. All right, let's talk about our writing. So yesterday we started a story, Raccoons Need Masks. That's my story. I don't know what story you guys started at home, but today is the day to plan it out. So here's how we are going to plan it out. Open to your next page. Make sure you're not missing a page. So I'll leave this open here so you can see what I'm doing. So make sure you can just turn the page, and here we go. All right, so now we're going to start a table of contents. So we're going to write table of content. You guys can write that. You can pause this video and copy it down if you need to. Table of contents. All right, we're going to plan it. So I'm going to put a square, and if I just follow the lines, I can get it pretty straight. This will just, and then I'm going to skip. Let's zoom in a little bit. So I made my square. You see how I made my square? I'm going to put a 1. That's for page number 1. You see that? My square has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So you might draw a line down 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Then trace the blue line, and hook them up right there. And that's your square. If you'll skip 1, 2 lines, and then on this line, start a new square. For 4 lines, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a top, put a bottom, connect them. This is going to be our second page. You can put a 2 next to it, like that. Okay, skip 2 lines, and then draw for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a top, put a bottom, connect them. This is going to be our third page. This is our plan. Remember, we're planning it out. Skip 2 lines, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a top, put a bottom. This is page number 4. So we're going to try to have 5 pages in our story. 5 pages is a good amount of pages for you guys. So this will be our last page. Draw 4 lines, top, bottom, connect them, and put a 5. All right, so that is our story. This is how we're going to plan our story. And as you can see, my boxes aren't perfect, and yours don't need to be perfect either. All right, so turn the page. Make sure you're not skipping any, kind of like pull the pages between your fingers. And you can get mom and dad to help you with this. So on this one, I want you to put a 1 here. And then on your next one over here, I want you to put a 2. So look it. It says 1 on this side, 2 on this side. And you're going to make sure you're not skipping any. Like, make sure there's only 1 page. Then you're going to put a 3 and a 4. And then we're going to have our last page. Make sure you're not skipping any. Make sure. And on this side, put a 5. Okay? That's going to be our story all planned out. So we've got our cover that tells us what our story's about. We're going to plan it all out right here. So we're going to take the next few days and plan our story out. And then you have your pages that you actually start writing your story on. Okay? Makes sense? Sort of, kind of. Let's focus on our first box, number 1. So that is going to be page number 1. This is what page number 1 will look like in our book. So when we actually start writing it, we will have a plan for this page, page number 1. We're making our plan right now. So when we start our story, we have to introduce our characters and our setting. Characters are the people or animals or things in the book, and setting is where it happens. So I'm going to draw kind of a picture of a tree. This is where you can kind of plan out how you want your art to look. Because my setting, where my story happens, is going to be in the forest or the woods. So here's my tree. There's my tree. Okay. My character is going to be a raccoon. So here's my raccoon. Okay. Put some grass under my little raccoon in the tree. All right, so off to the side, I'm going to write down what I want to name my main character. I want to make my main character a girl, and I'm going to name her Bridget. So her name is going to be Bridget the Raccoon. So I'm going to write Bridget the Raccoon is my character. So this will be where I tell all about Bridget on the first page of my story. And my setting is in the woods. Now, did I plan the whole thing out yet? No, I did not. I came up with a main character and I came up with a setting. That's all you guys need to plan out for your first page today. Figure out who your main character is going to be and what the setting is going to be. That's where it gets introduced. I want to show you an example in this book called The Pig Kahuna, which we're going to be reading today in our writing room. So this is our story, The Pig Kahuna. And so this is where on the first page it kind of introduces our characters. So it says it was Saturday. Fergus and his baby brother Dink were collecting treasures. So you see how the book starts out by saying it was a Saturday. We have Fergus, we have the baby brother Dink. It didn't leave you wondering who these pigs are, what they were doing, and what their names are. And the picture gives you the setting. It's the ocean or the beach. So your first page of your book should always introduce your characters and talk about your setting. Even if you don't specifically say it's happening in the woods, the picture should be able to tell you, oh, hey, look, they're in the woods. So that is your main job for today. Plan out your table of contents. Go ahead and put all your page numbers down and then plan that first page, what you think it's going to look like. And then when you're done with that, pop on over and listen to me read The Pig Kahuna.